Hey folks, Mike Alston here, and it's not Friday night, it's Saturday night. So Saturday Night LifeVantage. I'm sorry I didn't be able to get a chance to get this out last night, and I was just worn out. A lot of y'all know that I went to that convention last week, and it just pushed my schedule very heavy this week, and I just didn't have the time, ran out. Didn't have the energy neither. I was, drowning. But it was tough. But hey, look, I've got a little bit of rest. I'm ready. My batteries are recharged, and got to tell you some neat little things that's happened to me this past week. It just didn't seem like there was a whole lot of nooks and crannies to work with last week. It really was a tough week, and it was real. It was having a tough schedule to work with, but somehow, some way, I found time to share LifeVantage and the Pro Tandem opportunity with many folks. 3 or 4 a day on average is what I do, and a lot of leads, a lot of lines in the water, so to speak, a lot of fishing going on. Listen, I want to tell you about one that was that I did today, and just I'm going to give you some encouragement tonight, hopefully anyway. This one involved 2 phone calls and an email, and what happened was, I've been asked to go to Alma, Georgia. So if you know anybody in Alma, Georgia, next Saturday night at 6 o'clock I'm really not sure what the name of the church is. I can get with you and get you that information. But next Saturday night at 6 o'clock, I'll be in Alma, Georgia, sharing the Pro Tandem and LifeVantage opportunity with whoever's there. Now, Dr. Charlie Howell, locally, many of y'all know him, asked me to go help him with the meeting, and I said I would, but Charlie, I'm not in your group, man, and I don't know anybody in Alma. And he goes, well, think about it. And so anyway, I need y'all's help. I need some people in Alma, Georgia to be at that meeting next Saturday night at 6 o'clock, so we can give them the information and we can get them in the game. But I decided that maybe I should find somebody in Alma, Georgia. And so let me tell you what I did. It was really kind of cool. First of all, I emailed a chiropractor. I went online to Alma, Georgia, Chiropractors Health and Wellness, and found one, and I sent him an email. And then I called some friends of ours, our support organization, and said, hey, look, you got any ideas about Alma, Georgia, and meeting somebody up there? And they go, look, why don't you call a realtor? Because realtors know everybody. And I said, man, that's a great idea. And so what I did was I got on the phone. I made 2 phone calls. The first one wasn't there. Left them a voicemail and asked them to call me if they were interested. Told them I was going to be in the area doing an anti-aging seminar with a medical breakthrough product, and I'm sure that they would want to hear about it. Well, they didn't get the call. Well, they did get the call. They got a voicemail. And so then I called a second one up there, and something interesting happened. A man by the name of Buford Hancock picked up the phone. And this will be an interesting story if everything plays out like I would like for it to. And I said, Buford, listen, I'm going to be in Alma, Georgia next Saturday night sharing a business opportunity with a product that's an anti-aging product, it's a medical breakthrough, and I'm looking for someone in that area that knows everybody. And he goes, well, that ain't me. And I go, well, Buford, can you help me? Can you tell me somebody in that area that I can talk with? And he says, yeah. And he gave me the name, and I hate using all these names, but these are real people. And so this will be a fun story. But he gave me the name of a lady, and I called her, and she says, after I talked to her for about 10 or 15 minutes, she was interested. She pulled the product up online. She looked at it while I was talking to her, and she said she would be there. So I'm going to save her name anyway for a couple of weeks, just to give her a chance to come on board. But I'm excited to be able to go to Alma, Georgia and meet somebody that I called basically off the internet. And that's the neat thing about this business. Listen, the man says, I built a $25 million business in 24 different countries with no employees, with no inventory, no warehouse, no accounts receivable, no accounts payable. Would you like to know how I did it? And yes, we would. Who wouldn't? Man, that would be fabulous if we could do that. Well, we can do it. Maybe we won't hit $25 million in 24 countries, but certainly we can hit a couple $100,000 a month, or which would be a Pro 8, and you can be tapping into worldwide revenues. Listen, man, we got something special here. So anyway, I just want to encourage you, if you don't know anybody in a certain area, we're going to be moving around and doing meetings in areas. I'll tell you where we're going to be and what we're going to be doing. But if you know anybody in Alma, Georgia, Jessup, Hazelhurst, that area, let's get them over there to this church. And I don't know the name of the church yet. I'll find that information out. So anyway, great week. Just want to encourage you to get out and share the story with people. A lot of y'all are calling me, and that's great. And I'm talking to people. Got a meeting Monday at 11 o'clock at the Panera out in Orange Park. We've got a couple people that are coming to that. So just some good things that are happening. People are looking. This economy stinks, and we got a great deal for people. So get out and share. I just want to encourage you to do that. Listen, I want to tell you a quick little story just to inspire you. And this involves an old farmer, an old well, and an old donkey. And the way the story goes is that the old farmer was out one day, and he heard this hollering and screaming, and what it was his old donkey fell down in his old abandoned well, and he was stuck down there. And the old farmer made a decision. He says, "Listen, we are not getting you out of there." And that well isn't any good, so I think I'm just going to cover you up. So he went and got a shovel. It sounds like a sad story, but it had a good ending, so stay with me. So he started shoveling dirt into that old well and hitting that donkey on the head with every clump of dirt. And you know what that donkey did? He did something interesting. He took and he shook his head, and when it hit him on the back, he shook his back, and that dirt fell off to his side. And then he would struggle a little bit, and he would step forward. And you know, every time that old farmer hit that donkey in the head with that little bit of dirt, he would shake it off his head and shake it off his body. And then he just began to pack that dirt underneath him. And before too long, you know what happened to that old donkey? He stepped. Yeah, that's right. He stepped right out of the hole. And that's what we have to do, folks. We got to shake off these things that are hitting us in the head. And we got to struggle a little bit. That's just part of living. But we need to step forward. And if we'll do that, we'll just step right out of these little holes that we find ourselves in. And so I just want to encourage you with that old story of the farmer and the donkey and the well. And maybe you'll find some inspiration there, some encouragement. Hey, listen, I look forward to seeing all of y'all Tuesday night. Those of you that I can't, I understand. But folks, let's keep on doing what we're doing. And don't ever quit. If we quit in this deal, we're going to be hating life. So we're not quitting. We're working hard. We're pushing forward. We're struggling. We're shaking it off, and we're stepping forward. And God's going to bless us for it. And I know that He will. I'm seeing Him do it already in many people's lives that are involved with this. And so, listen, I won't make it any longer. It's long enough. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend, and see ya.